ក្នុងសប្តាហ៍នេះកម្មវិធី Women Tech Media បទសម្ភាសន៍ជាមួយលោកស្រី Nataly Rodionov លោកស្រីគឺជានាយកគ្រប់គ្រងនៃ IT Academy Step Cambodia ដែលជាមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលបណ្ដុះបណ្ដាលវិជ្ជាជីវៈសាលារបស់លោកស្រីគឺជាកន្លែងល្អបំផុតនៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាសម្រាប់ការអប់រំទាក់ទងនឹងបច្ចេកវិទ្យានៅក្នុងនោះផងដែរលោកស្រី Nataly ក៏បង្កើត Sister of Code គឺជាក្លឹបសរសេរកូដនារីកម្ពុជាដំបូងបង្អស់ដែលមានគោលបំណងបណ្ដុះបណ្ដាលក្មេងស្រីឲ្យមានជំនាញសរសេរកម្មវិធីនិងបង្កើនទំនុកចិត្តរបស់ពួកគាត់ទៅកាន់ភាពជោគជ័យនៅក្នុងវិស័យ Digital ជំរាបសួរបងប្អូនដែលតាមដានទស្សនាកម្មវិធី Women Tech Media ថ្ងៃនេះដែរនឹងខ្ញុំសុជាតានឹងនាំបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាទៅជួបជាមួយនឹងអគ្គនាយិកានារីម្នាក់ដែលគាត់ជាស្ត្រីជនជាតិបរទេសប៉ុន្តែគាត់មកធ្វើអាជីវកម្មនៅក្នុងស្រុកខ្មែរនេះតើគាត់ជានរណាយើងនឹងតាមដានទាំងអស់គ្នាចាជំរាបសួរចាអាចនិយាយជាភាសាខ្មែរបានដែរ
ខ្មែរតិចតិច
អាចនិយាយខ្មែរទៅបងប្អូនតាមដានកម្មវិធី Women Tech Media បានទេចា
I cannot speak Khmer a lot. Yes, but we'll be very happy to share some ideas with you.
Okay, yeah. So, first of all, would you like to introduce yourself? What is your name and what's your business here? Yeah, can you introduce
Sure.
a bit to our audiences?
Yes. So my name is Nataly, and I came to Cambodia 5 years ago. I came from Europe, from a very small country called Latvia, and I came here to establish and run a training center. It is a branch of an international training centers operating in 20 countries, and in Cambodia is since 2015. And that's how I came to Cambodia, and this is why I'm staying here already for 5 years.
Okay, so maybe you can talk a little bit about your education. So why you have business related to IT? So what's your background actually?
Okay, so my background is actually in management and marketing. I have been working in different industries, and it was also in telecommunication industry for more than 7 years. And I came to Cambodia because I had this opportunity to establish a company, a training center in IT. And I believe actually that digital economy needs a lot of people with digital skills. And this is why I'm here to help that.
Okay, so what brings you to Cambodia? Because you said that you set up these companies in 2015.
Yes.
So before that, what factor that bring you here?
Okay.
There should be something, right?
Yeah, sure. So IT Academy Step is now in 20 countries. In 2015, it was in 15 countries. So it was a global strategy for the company to develop, and Cambodia was selected as the first country to establish a training center in Asia. IT Academy Step has training centers in Europe, in Eastern Europe, in Central Europe, in Russia, in US, in Mexico. And so since Cambodian market is developing very fast, and there are a lot of young people, and the demand for the quality education is here, so we came here to open a training center to support that.
Yes. What about your family? Because you are woman, so in your family, so are they business person, your mom, your dad, and how many siblings do you have?
Okay. Actually, my parents are engineers.
Oh.
So that's why both my mom and my dad are engineers. So so I never had any problem with choosing what to do, because like I saw that everyone can be successful in making a choice. So and we arrived here with all my family because my husband is an engineer too, but now he works for IT Academy Step. He is a managing partner here. And I have a daughter, and she is now 17 years old, and now she is in Europe, studying in Europe, but she was living here for 4 years. And I even brought my dog here. So the whole family moved here.
Okay, cool. And then you have how many siblings do you have? And then you are the only girl in your family, or you have other girl in family as well?
No, I'm the only girl in the family. I have 2 brothers.
Oh, okay. So then both brother also have business in IT related?
Not really, no, different.
Just only you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you know, when I talk to many people, and then especially women and girls, when we talk about IT, when we talk about technology or AI or other things, so then girl or woman say, okay, it's not my sector, it's not my industry. So that's why I'm curious to know a little bit more about your family. Are they why they support you as the woman in doing this business?
Yes, I guess, you know, I never had that experience that a family or me would be asking if I can be in technology, because it's obvious for me, like everyone can do that, and it's not related to what gender I am. It's more what are my interests, what do I want from my life, and how do I see my future. So, and especially since in my family, like both mom and father, they've been engineers working like with technical things. I never had a question or a doubt that a girl can or cannot be. It's really never was on my agenda. But I agree with you that when I arrived to Cambodia, I can see the difference in culture, and I can see that in Cambodia many girls are struggling with this choice. And even making a decision or daring to try. That is what I noticed. And this is why exactly I see myself as a person to support a change, because I really believe it doesn't matter, like are you a boy or a girl, if you like, if you want to try, if you enjoy exploring new things, then just do it. Like it's not actually related to what is your gender.
Yeah, and what is your business actually about? Because STEP IT Academy, what is about mainly?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are a training center, and it's a training center specializing in digital skills. So we have 2 professional programs. One is software development related to programming, and another one is in graphic design related to design, animation, video editing, this kind of skills. And then we also have a special program for children from 8 years old to try design as well, or coding or robotics. And then we have short courses. But whatever we do, it is education related to digital skills development.
Okay. So what is the trend, the digital trend in Cambodia or globally? Because when you talk about your business, it's about providing or building human resource in digitalization,
right. Yes.
Provide them, equip them with IT skill.
Yes.
So what is your perception or your thinking for the global trend or regional trend? Yeah.
Right. So first of all, like we have to admit that we are now in the age of digital economy, right? Yeah. So any country in the world is having this need of skilled professional people who can support digital economy. What does it mean? That it's not enough for us to be able to use a smartphone or to use a computer for playing games or watching YouTube or being on Facebook, chatting with friends. We have to have skills how to use a computer or a smartphone to be more efficient, to be more productive, and create new things, create technology, use technology in the way that it can benefit the economy or even our life. And there is definitely right now what we can see that the demand for software developers or designers is extremely growing. It's like I can see from our experience in Cambodia that, for example, we just had graduates in software development professional program. Students have been studying for 2.5 years. All of them are employed, and the first salary that they got was $500 per month. So as soon as, even they did not graduate, they already got jobs, they already got salaries. One boy, he got already $1,000, and he is only 21 years old, Cambodian boy. So it's really, the demand is there, and it will be just growing, because Cambodia has benefits of being so close to other Asian countries, like Singapore or Korea or Japan, who are actually looking at Cambodia as a place to outsource professionals. So for Cambodia, there is a great possibility not only to build local economy in the country, but also to become a hub to provide services for other countries around the world. And there are definitely good examples, like we can look at Bangladesh economy or Indian economy, and definitely that is where to go to, because if now Cambodian economy is based on manufacturing and tourism, and we can see that it's not that stable, then definitely having this technological industry development is something to look at and successfully implement, as well as we can see very positive examples from neighbor countries, like Vietnam, for example, took this route and is working in that area quite well.
Yeah, so since 2015, because you start this school in 2015, and your students, you said that after graduations, all of them got a good job, good high-paid job. I'm wondering, since 2015, how many women and girls, how many students are women and girls from your school?
It's a very, very good question, I should admit, because this is what I was questioning myself, like, we don't have many girls. In our school, we see only a few girls, and I was trying to understand why, because it's actually all around the world it is a problem. The average number of female students to study technology, if we take Europe for example, it would be around 25%. In Cambodia, by the Ministry of Education data, it is 7%.
Oh, too little.
Very little, 3 times less than in Europe, right? And then in our school, we can see that most of the girls would choose to study design, which is okay and very good actually, and girls are very good at designing. But a very little number would choose to study programming, which is very strange, because girls can be good programmers and have good jobs as well. And I know amazing Cambodian women who work as web developers or mobile app developers, so it exists and it's possible. So the number of girls is very small. And in our school in Cambodia, I would say we have around like 10% of female students, only 10%.
So by looking at the number, what do you think? What are the challenges for women and girls in this technology industry?
We actually did the research to understand it better before we have started a special program, Sisters of Code. So what are the main challenges for girls in Cambodia to join technology? First of all, girls don't know about possibilities, like not much information about coding or programming classes, and it's not clear what is it. I even heard from one of the girls, like she thought information technology is about communication, and she was very surprised that it was about computer and programming. So not enough awareness, not enough information, what is it and what you can do with that. The second problem, many girls think it's not for girls. They think boys are better, it's only for boys who can do that, it's not me. So it's another issue that we are trying to address and show no. Like actually programming language, the first programming language was created by a woman. And there are great examples of women working in the area of technology, being a programmer or a software tester, many other different jobs. Because technology is not only about one job. There are so many different possibilities to find yourself and find the most appropriate job that you would enjoy doing and will be doing well. So the second, that means that they don't know what is it, and then they don't think it's for the girls, they think it's more for the boys. And the third problem what I see is that they don't feel supported. They don't feel that if they will make this choice that the family will support, their friends will support, they don't feel supported. And this is what we have to actually change. We have to create a society that supports this decision of girls and their choice, and they do have the rights to make this choice.
So then this we can see a lot of challenges as you mentioned. How your school or you as a woman in this country, because you also a woman, right?
Yes.
So what is the possible solution to make sure we can have more number of girls and women in digitalization?
Yes. First of all, I think what you are doing is a great example what should be done. Yes, talking about that and bringing up to the agenda and showing the examples and addressing young people and showing successful examples. We also have started Sisters of Code in 2019. It's a special program, educational program only for girls, where girls from 10 to 20 years old can join free lessons and they can learn programming. And the program takes place on Saturday or Sunday, so it's after school program. We have been lucky to have support, financial support for the program, so the lessons were for free and girls could attend those lessons for free. So far we had 150 girls who attended those lessons in 2019, and we are planning to open new groups in 2020. We are working on that right now. So we actually believe that Sisters of Code is a way to change this situation, to address the problems by giving a safe and very supportive place to try coding, to explore. The teachers are also female programmers, so they have experience in programming. They are working in that field, so they can share with the students what they've learned. And the program is starting from very simple programming, and then they finish with developing of websites. So they learn how to develop a website, so real coding with HTML and CSS. So Sisters of Code is my personal love and contribution to help Cambodia and help Cambodian girls to explore programming.
So what are the criteria that those girls can join your program? Yeah, because as I know, not many programs like yours. So what is the criteria and how can you select them? Yeah.
Okay. So the first one is age. So we accept students from 10 to 20 years old. The second criteria is they have to be interested, because it would require, this program would require 18 weeks of attending the lessons. So if you are not interested, maybe you will not attend all of them, and which we don't want to happen. So interest in learning technology, exploring these skills, that is the second important criterion. Also some understanding of English, because we have to admit that programming is English based, and we have to have students who have at least some understanding about English language. And that's it. So we announce when we can accept the students online on our Facebook page, Sisters of Code. Then students can apply for that. They come here to meet. We make an interview to understand the motivation and the background. And then we select students. We have from 15 to 18 students per group. So, and depending on how many places we have, we select the students to join the program.
Yeah, so after finishing their program, what kind of product they can produce, and then what is their next plan? Because normally when people just start doing one thing and then for a while they never practice it, so it seems nothing. So
Yes.
what is your follow-up training or action?
Okay. So when they study with us, they make 3 different projects, and the final one is developing a website. So after finishing Sisters of Code training program, a student can develop a website and understand basics of programming in HTML and CSS, as well as how internet works, how to put a website online, and this kind of skills. After the program is completed, and I would like to remind that those are 10 to 20 years old students. Some of them continue studying in the schools, so there is not much they can continue until they will graduate the schools. But those students that have been studying with Sisters of Code previously, and they have been high school students, many of them have selected to continue studying technology in the universities or training center like us. So, and then they make a better choice. They are not that worried, oh, I cannot do that. They are more confident, yes, that's what I want to do, and this is where I will go to study. Some of them are getting scholarship because they are quite capable of and advanced in using technology, and they get a possibility for scholarship quite easily.
Yeah, I'm also so inspired by your program, because when we have more girls in this program, and then we can form them like alumni, and then later on we have more girls, and then they still can keep interaction with each other,
Exactly,
and then they can be role model for their own community. What do you think?
Absolutely, I fully agree with you, and that is something that would in long term change the situation that we have right now. They will try, they will share their experience, they will join other programs or other courses, and they will build their profile and expertise, and they will become the role models. Because right now, if you ask a girl in a classroom in a high school, do you have any like older friends or relatives who are women and working in technology, most probably they will answer no.
Yeah.
Because not many have.
Yeah.
But we have to change it by giving possibilities and by having female role models entering Cambodian market. Sisters of Code logo is based on this sign, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that means growth. So we have chosen that specifically because we really want to grow digital apsaras in Cambodia. We want, because like it's similar, like Cambodian dance, if you know what the movement means, you can read the story, right?
Yes.
This is with coding. If you know the code, if you know the symbols, you can read what is there, you can create. This is why we have selected this sign, and we want to grow this community of female programmers in Cambodia. We just started. I would agree that 2019 was the last year when we just launched, and there is a lot of work to do. But I'm very positive that it's going to be a successful program.
So all those girls actually in Phnom Penh, or they also from other places?
So far we have been focusing on Phnom Penh, but thanks to the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport support, and we had 2 public schools participating in this program, and one of them was in Takmao. So, but it's quite difficult now to grow to provinces, to go to provinces, because we are lacking like teachers in the provinces.
Yeah.
But it would be really interesting to go to different provinces in Cambodia.
Yeah, because yesterday I met university principal, and then he said that he thinks if in Cambodia we have online courses, it would be great. People in Cambodia can learn, and then for coding, like your program, sister, or coding, can it be online that a girl in rural area or in other places can also learn?
It is possible, but then in this case we will be lacking this community idea, because when they come to the school, they meet girls, they make new friends, they help each other, and this is very important at this stage to grow the community, to grow the support. However, we are looking at the possibility of launching the Sisters of Code Virtual Academy, but I would say we would need to focus more on training trainers in different provinces by attending those online training, and then they can deliver those training at their schools, for example, themselves. Yes, so that would be something that my kind of idea of development.
Yeah. Okay, so what about the province? Which province that you want to go if we select, let's say, TOT program, and which province that you target?
I would love to cooperate on that with the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport, because they know about the resources, they know about possibilities for computer labs. I would love to cooperate with them. From my perspective, I've heard very good comments about Battambang. I've heard very good comments about Siem Reap, so those seem to be promising. But I really would be interested to cooperate on that with the ministry, for example, that knows much better.
Okay, yeah, I think it would be great. Maybe our audiences in Battambang or Siem Reap would love to have your sister or code program there, because I just got back from Battambang and Siem Reap, and then they really love to learn more, because at university, when we talk about digitalization, digital adaptation or digital economy, so then they just have questions of how to be entrepreneur. So this another issues that I also want to discuss with you, because we are like educators. So when young people are talking about entrepreneurship, what do you think?
Well, I am a big believer that a person should start with the skills, professional skills. Because entrepreneurship is a way to deliver your product, but you have to have a product, right? And how can you have a product if you don't have skills? So first, I think you should start with the skills. And then, if your product is great, you will become an entrepreneur. Actually, if we look at the examples of the most popular businesses all around the world, those people are not by the education entrepreneurs, but they are in a certain area, like the professionals. If we look at Mark Zuckerberg, he was a programmer,
yes,
right?
Correct.
Yes. So and this is just one of the examples. Or Bill Gates, Microsoft. Yes, he was a computer scientist, and he was a programmer as well. So it starts with the skills development. Also, by the statistical data, actually, only in the world, only 2% of people can be successful entrepreneurs because of their personal talents and the personalities and abilities. Not everyone can be an entrepreneur, which is absolutely okay, and it should be like that. Also, I have to tell not a very good news maybe to people who want to start their own companies. Most of the companies fail, and that is something that we have to be ready for. This is why my advice to young people, you have to start with working for companies. You have to learn from them. You have to join strong teams. You have to build your capacities. You have to get experience. And then if you see that, oh my God, I have a better idea, I can be making a big difference if I start my own company, then you go. But I don't actually think that the first thing you do is starting your own company.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because people need to equip themselves with a skill set.
Yes.
And then my another question to you, because we talk about skill set or skill development. So from now on, now we are in year of 2020, and from now on to the next 3 years, what kind of skill that young people should have to make sure that they get good job and then they can improve their way of living?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, 2020 is the year of technology. I think so, and the technology will be only developing and developing very fast and changing how we live, what we do, how we communicate with each other, how we drive around, and everything basically. So I believe that the best solution and best idea that a young person can make is actually to study technology. Whatever they will choose, is it a programming or design or network or cybersecurity or digital marketing, whatever it is, but it should be related to how to use a computer more efficiently to be a creator. And to do that successfully, a person in a school should focus on learning English, on learning math, and understanding and also developing soft skills like teamwork, creativity, time management, and all other skills that are related to that. I would say that right now in Cambodia we definitely have to give to young people more possibilities. I see a lack of opportunities for young people to study technology. We are trying our best. Over the 5 years, we've seen a lot of interest, and that is growing, which is very inspiring for us. And it should be even bigger. That was what I want to say. It should be even bigger. So if now only mostly like people in Cambodia, young people in Cambodia choose to study business or they choose to study banking, but I think this is a problem. Like, you better look at the ICT to study if you want to be successful in the future.
Yeah, so when we talk about young people, we know that they should learn technology in any major. What about women as the entrepreneur, what they should know, what they should invest?
Technology too. Because like I told you in the very beginning, I didn't see any difference between a woman and a man in terms of applying and learning these skills. Everyone can do. But if we take in reality, like for example, a woman having an online shop on Facebook, for her, actually the best would be now to study digital marketing so she can understand how to reach more people, how to be more efficient with her communication, maybe to study design so she can design better advertising for her online shop or her products. She can also study web development. Maybe she will need to create a website for her business, and it doesn't matter like what kind of business it is. Is it maybe a hotel or a restaurant, or at least to understand how it works so she can hire people who can do that for her. So I think that really doesn't matter, are you a woman or a man, and in what kind of area are you working. There are definitely great possibilities by knowing technology and how to use those technological tools to improve efficiency, to be more successful, to be more competitive, and to be more sustainable in the long term.
Yeah, because the time, one last recommendation I would ask from you. Is there any suggestion or any messages you want to send to our audiences for Women Tech Media program?
Yes. Sure. The only suggestion I would say actually, yes. So be brave. And don't listen to people who will be telling you that women and technology are not possible together. It's actually not true. A woman can be a successful programmer or designer and can be a successful creator and user of technology. It's only limitation in our mind if we tell ourselves, oh, I'm afraid, I'm not good at that. Because there are so many examples that everyone can be successful and can learn with enough of effort, with enough of time invested, and with enough of curiosity to learn those things. So my message is be brave, try, find your way, and definitely that is something to look at and use it for your benefits.
Yes, thank you, Nataly, for your valuable time and for your good messages to our audience, especially women and girls in our society.